Hello, everyone. Welcome. I hope that we're all here. Let me boost my microphone and just to give me some feedback. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Today, I'm going to have a Genius Finance game training, and I will explain to you in detail what this training is all about, why it was created, and you will have answers to all of your questions. My name is Anastasia Korotka. I'm the Genius of Finance project manager. I'm ISTA certified coaching psychologist and a private investor. So could we please go to the next slide and please tell us whether you already know about this game or it's the first time you hear about it. Maybe you already played it. Maybe you already know what it is. And also, if you have any kind of questions, just write them into chat and we will try and translate them to our host. And tell us what kind of expectations you have of this webinar. Please write your answers in the chat. I would like to see some interactivity, and I would like to be sure that I'm talking to someone and not just to myself. And today, we will discuss why it is important to at least once play with a professional host, how to monetize the game, how to hone how to diversify your sources of income and what kind of income sources you can get thanks to this game. Well, if you guys are still thinking about it, what kind of questions you have, let's go to the next slide. So Genius of Finance allows people to learn about financial literacy. By playing the Genius of Finance, you improve your finance skills. So you're going to get such instruments as, or let's say, such knowledge as the 8 rules of a private investor and 5 commandments of a private investor, and get a chance to apply them during the simulator, during the gameplay. And also you can hone different skills, as I said. For example, on one day, you might want to improve the way you keep your expenditures and costs. And on the other day, you would like to improve your investment strategy. And this is not just empty words, this is a cool working instrument. So if you haven't yet watched the videos about the 8 rules and the 5 commandments, I strongly suggest you do. And also during the game, you can see what kind of returns you get from each investment sector, what kind of returns the real estate sector offers, with what kind of payback period, what kind of risks you bear. So you not only learn how to make money actively, but also you learn investing. You understand what it is, how it works, and you realize that it can be mastered by anyone. You don't have to be an investment specialist. All you have to do is to get trained. And if we have here people who already signed up for Profi Investors, I guess they can confirm it. And if you start learning about it, then literally in 3 months, you become a specialist. So what you do is you develop an investor's mindset. You will see what kind of investment segments are out there, what risks you bear as investors, what kind of returns you can get for your risks. and you can choose the sector of the economy and the area of investment that fits you. And in the game, you can try out different strategies that you think are interesting. And then in real life, without financial losses, you can go and start using those instruments without running high risks and make real money. Also, you can develop your own financial strategy. So this training tool allows you to develop a full-fledged financial strategy. So when you play with a host and they ask you, what do you want? Why did you come to this game? Where you would like to go? And first, you shape your intentions. You say, I would like in 5 years to have $3 million. So you already know your destination. And now you need to know what you need for that. Run a business, invest in different sectors of the economy, try out different strategies, and then you pick the shortcut, the shortest route to the destination point, to your target. And then after the game, you can write down the steps that you need to do today, tomorrow, and pursue those steps until you achieve your goal. Also, you will learn about capital accumulation, because it is not only important to learn how to make money, but also to learn how to preserve and multiply it. And then you can also get an extra source of income. In the game, you can understand some of your strong suits, strong points, strengths that you never tapped into and never monetized. For example, you might find out that you're an expert in this or that area and you can monetize that knowledge. Or you can become a professional host yourself and make money from holding those games. Or the Genius of Finance Business Simulator is also a tripwire into the NEW system, the new economic evolution of the world system. And also, it's like an entry point. And the Genius of Finance has almost all of our projects represented in this form or another. You'll learn what the company is doing, where it's investing, why, and what is of interest to you. A professional host can tell you about each company's sector, and you can pick the one that you're interested most. You can follow the announcement, the news. We have webinars on each project that a person might be interested in. If you're interested in gold, you're welcome. We have a webinar on gold mining or real estate or education, things that you are interested. You can make your pick. Now let's go to the next slide, please. Let me read the chats. Nothing new. Okay. So what you will gain from the game? Well, first of all, you'll understand where and how you can invest in real life. So the task after the game is not just, to play the game and keep millions of units in your hands and saying, well, I've become a millionaire in the game. No, but we want you to become the same person in reality. We want you to develop your strategic thinking. We want you to notice your strong sides that you can monetize. We would like you to meet like-minded people, because very often people network during the game. They can even set up real joint businesses, make friends, and develop together. Because we should remember, it is this environment that shapes us, creates us. Also, you will learn how to invest without losing your money. You might try and invest into different sectors of economy without losing money. In the game, you try it, see, well, you decide that this works, and you can apply it in the real life. Or you can try another project in the game and see that it doesn't work for you. So you see, you did it in the game, you don't have to do it, so you don't have to repeat the same mistakes in the real life. So you go and invest where you're sure to make money. You will gain experience in achieving your team goal. Remember that in the team, some goals are easy to achieve. And You just try and see how you can achieve a goal as a team, where you should pay attention to, and see how you can work with your team in real life, and what kind of, let's say, team building skills you need to improve, and maybe you'll see what needs to be duplicated or how to duplicate. You also understand the principles and laws of the market economy. You'll see how many businesses you can run at the same time, and see what kind of yield every sector of economy can give you. See how much of the market you can cover as a business owner and as investor, and see if you can manage. Because I see that lots of people who go to the big circle in the game, they're not quite comfortable with having all those millions. So you will see it yourself, how it feels like to be the owner of a big portfolio. To be the owner of large businesses, see whether it fits your size, and you can see that if something doesn't go right, you'll understand why it didn't go right, for example, and how to correct it. For example, you see you lack knowledge in investing, you come to the academy and get your investment training. You will also learn the skills of making decisions in a stressful situation. There are lots of stressful situations in the game that require immediate decision making. You need to calculate money, to assess the proposal, invest, and then you have limited time, and then you have to make a quick decision, and then you are allocated certain time to make your pitch, and then if you're too slow, then your opportunity will go by. You develop communication skills. If a person wants to learn quite a lot, they simply have to learn how to communicate and make correct, interesting business proposals to their partners. They need to know how to attract money, and you can do that during the game. You will acquire quite specific skills and creativity, finding new ways of working. So during the game, when the host will be creating different game situations, you will have to look for new, let's say, solutions. In other words, what needs to be done there at that particular moment. And you will see what kind of options are out there. And you can learn from others as well. For example, you come to the game, you have 2-3 options only or solutions, and then you see how others interact, and you can go back from to home from the game having more options that you came with originally in the first place. And then you might like it, and they say, well, I'm gonna apply that solution in my real life. And then you can not network with that person and discuss it in more detail, use it in your work, in your business if you have one, in your investments, and see what the players at the table invest in real life and what kind of returns they get from it. Next, you will understand your successful strategy, which is very important. If you see that everything goes easy and you're got used to it, to some people, it will be a revelation that some things can be done in a different way. And you will already understand your successful strategy and how you apply it in real life. And then when you will have a similar situation in real life, you'll remember your game. For example, the successful strategy is if I communicate, if I do it in a concise, quick, clear manner, then I'm able to attract more business partners and money, and earn it, and then bring some money to the person that I offered that proposal to, or to the person who offered me a proposal of their own. But if you draw out a card, don't read it out, you don't take the opportunity, and other players won't be able to earn any money from it as well. So this strategy might not be successful, and you might want to avoid that strategy in your real life. And also, you will, during the game, you will see your own gaps in the competencies and what kind of skills needs to be improved. And also at the end of the game, the host, or during the game, will be giving you feedback about the skills that you need to improve to achieve your goal. Next slide, please. If you have some questions, ideas, or proposals, please write them in the chat. Unlock your potential, create your finances, choose the best. Indeed, the game allows to unlock your potential, learn your strong suits, and communicate it to the world and monetize your strong points and become a financially independent and free person. Next slide, please. I would like now to tell you how a game can be held. It can either be held without a professional host. It can be the host can be played by one of the people at the table, the nominal role of the host. So I will tell you how you can buy the box version of the game. So if you play without a host, you follow the link that your inviter gave you, or you might already be registered in the Evorich or Academy's back office. You go and register if necessary. Then you go to EIPs, you go to the section Genius of Finance, and then you choose box version Genius of Finance. You click buy, and you buy it. You enter your mail address, very important to indicate the correct postal address, with the zip code and the street name and the house and apartment name. And then eventually you get the box and you start playing with your friends and relatives, and you develop your financial literacy, and you spend time having fun. If you want to play with a host, then you register in the Academy of a Private Investor, and you can participate in games. For example, on our website, we have accredited or certified hosts, and you can see if there is one in your city. So you first play with one host, see how he or she does their job, see whether it's interesting. You sign up, and then you go and play. Then maybe you would like to change your host and go to another one and see how another host hosts the game. And if you liked it, you say, wow, I would like to be a host too and conduct this wonderful game. And in the back office, in the EIP section, Genius of Finance, you can buy the game plus training courses. You purchase them and you get access to Get Course. There is a clear-cut work on how you're going to get trained. You get access to the Get Course, and that's it. And you start educating yourself at the time of your convenience. Why playing with a host or facilitator is more effective? And I strongly recommend you do play with a host just to see the difference, to see how deep and interesting this game is. A host will always help you recognize your values, or identify your values and needs, which allow your abilities to be expressed and give you your strength and confidence, and see whether indeed you need like a 7 meter yacht, whether you are able to maintain it even if you buy it. And the host will help you see if your target is genuine, and they will help you expand or broaden your perspective. They will help you try out new strategies and maybe show and choose the one strategy that works for you, and see whether it is indeed good and how you can improve it. So this is like a 360 degrees perspective, and you will get also a boost of inspiration because a host creates this unique environment to unlock your potential, the potential of every player, and it allows you to enjoy the game, because it is always very good to be playing with people whose company you enjoy, and you might even see something new in people that you already knew, and see how what kind of sides of themselves they show to you, what kind of strategies they use, how fast they get to their goals. This is very interesting. So also it's communicating in the possibility of communicating with a more experienced person, because our hosts are knowledgeable about investments. They know how the company is developing. Recently, we had a summary meeting, and they know our company's performance, and they know things about the economy, and they can share it with you why you should invest or set up a business in this or another sector. They will give you feedback and answers to your questions, let's say from a more professional point of view. Also, together, you will analyze in-game situations. Together with the host, you might look into a specific setup, specific situation, and there will be quite a lot of unique situations. You'll be able to see why you did what you did, and you might also collect the feedback from other people and the host. And then eventually you can come up with the correct solution that you might use in your life after the game, because it is a simulator of real life. Also, you will be able to realize how you can change your life, because after you get this much information coming from all the sides, personal qualities, professional qualities, and the budgeting skills, you will understand that if you improve your knowledge in the finance and investment area, you can qualitatively change your life. Or for example, you have money that you can invest, but you work all the time and you don't have time for anything else. And you realize that, well, I can get this money, invest it, and then receive the same amount of profits as I get from my main job. Also, you can plan for your future. Very often people come to the game who say, I don't know what I want. Some people know what they want in 1, 2, 3 years, but very seldom people come who have a global, like 20, 25 years ahead plan. You will understand where you're going to and how to plan the way towards or the path towards your target or goal. It's all about understanding what your destination is, what kind of specific plans you need to implement, and what kind of competencies you need to pump. Because you might see whether our company already has such training courses, and usually we do, and you can familiarize yourself with them and purchase them to improve your life. Let's go to the next slide, please. So this slide shows very well how you can work with a host, that the host brings a structure. They will show you a clear-cut algorithm where to go to. And also, our training is structured. So you have get course, you take one lesson, you then take a test, then you go to the next lesson and do the same. And as the more skills you get, the faster you get towards your goal. And maybe one of your goals is becoming the host of the Genius of Finance game. And now I will tell you how you can become the Genius of Finance host and how the training is held. So we have different host categories. So why they have been created? Well, it's for us to be able to understand the competence of the host, and also depending on the competence and the category of the host, there are different recommended prices for hosting the game. Because a host is not a person who took the course, took the exam, and that's it. Well, first of all, you need to score 80% or higher for you on the test, for you to be a certified host. You hold 3-5 games, you receive some feedback from the participants and your colleagues. Also, it's important to remember that only with feedback that you will be able to grow as professional. You saw the basic courses to the 8 rules of a private investor, or the beginner's course of the academy, the fundamentals. You know how to have the so-called table awareness. You know how to work the audience. You know the rules, but you're still a beginner host. And our recommended price for such hosts is to charge $20 to $50 per player. But this is an average price, of course. It can vary depending on the country and region. Of course, it is important to monitor your market and know the average price that is charged in your region. A advanced host is a person who held 5-8 games. He's a graduate of Profi Investor categories 3, 2, and 1. They understand the MLCI business. In other words, they are able to offer the products of our company. They know how to act as coaches, give adequate feedback to players, and also they can advise you how they invested, what kind of results they got, and why a person should notice a particular investment sector, how to hold events. They can participate as a host in tournaments. So an advanced category is a high level of competence host, and that person can charge $50 to $100 per player. Again, it is very important to know what the average prices in your regions are. And an expert is a host who held more than 8 games. That person has in-depth knowledge about investing, and they graduated from Invest Consultant plus Profi Investor category 1. They successfully passed the test, received their certificate, started putting their knowledge into practice, and they can share their performance with other people. Well, of course, they have knowledge about the MLCI. They are consultants and higher. They are professional coaches. They can and are giving feedback that it changes people's lives. After such a game, they go and purchase courses and so on. And that person can charge from 150 and more. It all depends how expensive you can sell yourself. It depends on the popularity of your personal brand. So you can do your math and see how much a host can earn from hosting games. I'm keeping track of the time here. By the way, since we don't have that much of time, so write your questions in the chat and I will read them and try to answer them. As for the purchasing the training courses for hosts, usually those packages include the box version of the game Genius of Finance, plus training itself, and you receive huge community support. Our hosts have special chats where they talk to each other. It's a community of like-minded people. They help organize events. In Dubai, we had a huge training on the Genius of Finance for hosts that could be attended by all people willing to do so. The company is interested in developing and popularizing, promoting our host and our game across the world. And the mission of the company is for people to be financially free and to be less dependent on the political, nuances in their country, and be able to adapt to ever-changing market conditions. Next, there is this information standard price of 650 units. It's for those people who already have a basic the box version of the game. Maybe they purchased or they were given it for free, and you have the game, but you want to be certified as a professional host, and you can pay 650 units, like the difference. Can we go to the next slide, please? And if you have questions here, please ask me and I will tell you how you can get the training. You can purchase them in the Academy of Private Investor and Evorich. Just choose which of the offers suits you best. So what you will get during the training, you will get the skills of working with audience and managing the game. You'll be able to play out different game scenarios depending on the request that you received. You will have information on how to properly prepare for the training and how to organize the entire gameplay, how to, prepare both yourselves and the players. Also, there will be a detailed breakdown of all game materials and situations that arise during the game, how to calculate the interest, income, taxes. Even if you are not good with numbers, like people often think about themselves, you will learn how to do that. Also, you will know how to evaluate the effectiveness of business proposals, and you will also get the skills of public speaking and self-presentation. You will learn how to make a statement in the world. You will learn how to give and receive high-quality feedback. You will be giving it as a professional trainer of hosts. You will learn to recognize participants' emotions and respond in a timely manner to a situation that has been created. Also, you will receive help in building your personal brand. The company just not teaches you and then sends you into the world, like do whatever you want, but it helps you develop as a professional, how to build your personal brand, how to attract players, where to look for participants. You will have continuous support from our marketologists, project managers. At any given time, you can write in the chat if you purchase the course. There is a special host chat where you can ask any questions that you have, and either I or our marketer or market expert will answer you. So we will be gladly waiting for your questions, and we will answer about all the situations. Also, it's about understanding how the financial system works and where to invest money. You will learn about each sector of the economy, about risks, and you will learn about the payback periods on the when your investments start yielding return. You will know how to do it and why you need to invest into different projects. You will also have an additional channel for your own promotion and earning. But later we'll have our marketologist, and she will tell you about all the advantages that the company gives for promoting your own brand as a host. She will tell you how to do that in detail. Let's go to the next slide, please. How the training will be held or take place. So you register with the Academy of a Private Investor, you purchase the course in your personal account and gain access to the training platform. You see right away that the first lesson will be the instructions, how to use it. Everything is quite simple. And you can rewatch it several times to learn even more about it. Then there will be every topic will be scrutinized, and there will be a specific video dedicated to it. So you can read, and there will be video instructions too. So you take the test successfully, you hold your game and receive the feedback from your colleagues and trainers, see what works, what doesn't. It is very important for the host. You get the mentorship or the follow-up from more experienced colleague, and I think our community is very friendly and is always eager to help you out, give you some feedback. So there will be no problems with that. You can go to the city where you live, and in the city that you live, and have a game with other hosts, and give feedback to each other. This is quite useful too. It is also a possibility of work through your own requests or needs. Next, you get a certificate of completion of the course. You fill out a special form where you get the landing page to build your own brand. And our marketer will have closed webinars for hosts, how to configure your sales funnels, how to attract clients. They will tell you in detail how for you to quickly develop as a host and become in demanded by other people. Let's go to the next slide, please. And one more. So how do you monetize the game? We recommend it doesn't suit everyone, but still it's a good way to start. So you can have an introductory game and make it for free. It shouldn't take more than 2 hours. It's like a presentation of the game. Either you present a game or you present the whole new ecosystem. You tell about our company through that game. So you familiarize the players both with the game and our company. It's like immersion in the game, where people can realize what kind of bonuses and benefits they can receive, some positive effects. And the goal is to show it in such an interesting and, let's say, tasty way, so that the person who plays the game, tries it out for free, would want and play the game for a fee and play with full immersion, with and having all their requests fulfilled eventually. So every host decides themselves whether they want to have this free game or not, whether they don't want to have free games and would like to have them for money right away. So this is just a recommended option of promotion. Let's go to the next slide, please. Here we have some numbers, crunch some numbers, how much a host can earn. A novice host, if we calculate that they can charge $35 per player on average, 7 people is $245 per game. You can see how many games you can run a day, whether it is your main income or additional income, and then based on those numbers, you can calculate how much you would like to earn. Let's go to the next slide, please. Playing with an advanced host. Here you see that the average price is $70 per player. 7 people is $490 per game. And then again, you see how many games you can run a day, a week, or a month. Let me remind you that the maximum number of players is 8 in the game. But here in the Moscow office, we tried to run a game with a bigger number of players. We had 2 hosts. One was the host, and the second one was like the state. And it was quite interesting. And the outcome was very good, and the players enjoyed it. Everyone left happy. Let's go to the next slide, please. So it's playing with an expert. If the expert sells the game at $150 on average per player, charges $150 for hosting the game, and if it's 5 people, then it's $750 per game. So, and you can calculate the rest, how much money you can make by just hosting the game. And also, the expert can sell their own skills. Some people don't want to get trained. They're not really interested. But the category expert is a person who received our training in the academy and is a professional invest consultant. And they can sell through that game their services as well, if they need consultations on how and where to invest or to create their own portfolio. So you can use the game and add something else, like products and services of your own, some expert skills. Let's go to the next slide. Additional features and opportunities. The game allows you to quickly build your network if you do it, and receive additional extra commission in the affiliate plan. Also, you can create your business team, quick career growth. It is easier sometimes for people to first play, see what this company is about, what they do, and in what area they would like to develop. Using the game, it's way easier. The game also allows to work with corporate clients. You as a client can be like a business coach for a company. You can identify different the performance of the team or individual employees for the entire company. So you can identify their weak spots, strong spots, strengths and weaknesses, do like the SWOT analysis, and then show them the benefits of the game and what needs to be noticed for them, changed or kept as is in the company so that the company develops effectively. I guess that's it for this slide, and we can go to the next one. And please, if you have any questions, ask those questions in the chat. Don't hesitate. We will answer them, okay? And I will have such webinars regularly. And if we don't have time to answer them during this session, you can always do it during the next session. And also you can invite other people who might be interested in the game to the webinars like this. And I will tell them why the game was created, how to monetize the game, how to start making money from it. Do we have any questions, guys? Please tell us. If you don't have any questions, then I would like to give the floor to our leading marketer of the project, Valentina Bobrova. She creates such wonderful landings and the website. She's in charge of the website, and all those beautiful things in social media are her creation. And she will tell us how the company helps us with the promotion, how she helps the company with the promotion. And well, she'll tell you all the values, I'm sure. Thank you, Anastasia, for your introduction. It's very, very pleasant for me. Hello, everyone, dear friends. My name is Valentina Bobrova, and I'm the leading marketer of the Genius of Finance project. Right now, I'm gonna tell you, as Anastasia said, why our project is so cool and better and different from others. And look, I'm an expert in building comprehensive product promotion systems, both in B2B and B2C segments. I have more than 7 years of experience in marketing. And look, can we go to the next slide, please? Specifically for our host, we developed the landing pages. So when you take the course, you fill in the form and you get your own landing page. It's like your own website that you can share with other people. You can put your advertising on it. There are contact details, and you can add any messenger there that you use most. For example, if you use WhatsApp for personal purposes, then you can configure the landing page to send you messages via Telegram, or you can give all your messengers so that people could write to you from any channel. And this landing page is a selling page. People come to it, they learn information about you as an expert, and they get to know you better. You can see we have certificates, we have the countries in which you as a host conduct trainings, like in this case it's Belarus, Mogilov. Also, if you have very good social media and lots of subscribers, people will go to your page, they will see where you're hosting a training, a game, and they will go there and play with you, so they can already plan their trip ahead, knowing when you're going to have your training and where, because they might enjoy having some fun time with you and play the game. So we're giving that landing to all the hosts who took our training. And also, can we go to the next slide, please? So look, we will give information on the promotion instruments. So could you please click on all the bullet points? So at first, we do social media promotion and positioning, so-called. We design the profile header for you. We create the content plan. I can give you a tentative content plan that you can use. You can take information from there, from our resources, different information. And also, I tell you how you should be designing the visual part in Instagram, how to make sure that people come to you. And also, you will be using both free and paid promotional advertising tools. And I will tell you about both. Those instruments, by the way, are given here, free and paid, let's say, methods or tools. And just sign up for the Genius of Finance for the game, and I will tell you all about it. First, play the game, then become a host, and you will get a cool landing page. You will get cool, well-designed Instagram account. I will tell you how to do that. So we will be looking forward to you. So Anastasia, thank you very much for the opportunity to tell our audience about the promotion. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Valentina. Yes, I would like to add here that every new host will be invited to a special closed webinar. And if you didn't understand something, Valentina will answer all of your questions. What kind of hashtags or geotags you need to use, what kind of pictures you should be using, how they fit together, how it looks like. She will tell you all about it. So it will be all structured and clear. Anastasia, one more thing. We have a chat as well. And in that chat, we have the host where we exchange our contact details. We subscribe to each other in social media. So yes, come to our chat, to our community. We will be glad to see you. Thank you. Let's go to the next slide, please. And tell us whether you want to buy the box version of the game, that it kind of resonated with you. Give us a plus in the chat who wants to buy this game and play it at home with your relative friends. For now, I can see. And who would like already to play with a host? Also, give me some emotions in the chat, smiley faces or pluses. Okay, cool. And now, those people who would like to have a game with a professional host, tell us so in the social media about your wishes and intentions, and we will help you find the host in your city or somewhere close by to you so that you could find each other. Next, we're going to have a slide with our social media where you can subscribe to us and write us a message. And now tell me in the chat if you like the idea of becoming a professional host. If you like the idea of developing as a professional. Like intellectual business games. To develop yourself as a professional and plus teach others to do so too. Anyone? Oh, I see no questions. I see pluses in the Russian chat. So do join us and fulfill your dreams and help others do the same. Let's change the slides one more time. Okay, so
those are our social media for Genius of Finance. We have Facebook and Instagram. You can simply scan the QR code and go and subscribe to the language that you are using in your country. It says Russian, English, Italian, and Spanish. And if here we already have hosts, then please publish your announcement, your publications into our social media. We will copy paste them in our social media. We will make announcements that you are holding a game, like in Italy, let's say in Milan on Friday at 1 p.m. You're having a game in this particular region, and we'll publish it in our social media, and it will ensure your coverage, additional views and people, community. Do you need me to show you how to purchase the game? Or I guess you guys know how to do that. Okay, I see no questions. Then I suggest we call it a day. We are within the allocated time. That's good. I would like to thank all the people present. If you have questions, maybe later, write to us in the social media, ask your questions. You can write to me directly if you want to and ask your question. Then all the best, ladies and gentlemen, and bye-bye.